Tomorrow, the U.S. House is expected to vote to release the Epstein files.
President Trump says he now supports the release of those records after previously calling the push for transparency a Democrat hoax. Fox 4's Vanya Castillo in now with what we can expect tomorrow. Vanya.
Yeah, hi, Steve. Hi, Heather. We are one step closer to finding out if the Epstein files will be released. Now, one of his alleged victims speaking out today, urging lawmakers to think of the survivors and put politics aside after President Trump changed his stance on the bill.
And then he said to me, "I will give you $100. And to this day, it's so hard for me to say because I said I'm not a prostitute.
Alicia Arden, who says convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein sexually assaulted her in the 90s, spoke ahead of the House's vote on a bipartisan bill that would force the Department of Justice to release all files and communications on Epstein.
I beg you to release these files once and for all. I mean, there is no valid reason for refusing to do so. So you can't claim that it is to protect the victims. I mean, when it is the victims, myself, and the victims that have been calling for the files to be released.
Arden and her attorney, Gloria Allred, responding to President Donald Trump, changing his tune and urging Republican lawmakers to support the bill.
In all my years involved in this case, and many discussions with many survivors of Jeffrey Epstein, not once has anyone said to me, is the person who sexually abused me a Democrat or a Republican? It's not something they cared about. They just wanted justice.
President Trump has been vocal about not releasing the Epstein files, but changed his position Sunday, confirming Monday he would sign the bill if it arrived on his desk. He did so after reports many House Republicans would support the files release.
Sure, I would. Let the Senate look at it. Let anybody look at it. But don't talk about it too much because, honestly, I don't want to take it away from us. It's really a Democrat problem. The Democrats were Epstein's friends, all of them.
Last week, President Trump ordered the Department of Justice investigate several Democrats' ties to Epstein. Allred says that Trump trying to use this bill to go after Democrats could delay justice even more.
Will any Republicans whose names are in the files and who were associated with Jeffrey Epstein also have their names be released? Or will their names be withheld? Will any of them be prosecuted?
With the victims caught in the middle.
I mean, this should be really an easy bipartisan issue. And why would there be a single no vote?
Well, the House is expected to vote on the matter tomorrow. As of now, it's unclear which way the Senate will vote. Back to you guys.
Okay, that's Vanya Castillo in studio. Vanya, thank you.